All right, well, welcome back here to the loser bracket final here at the MLG 2008 Pro Circuit Championship Sunday. We're live from the Meadowlands at Sundance. Giovanni and Chris Puckett here, and we're getting ready for Instinct versus Final Boss. Now, Final Boss fighting their way back after Instinct dropped them down to the losers bracket, having to beat a very difficult Triggers Down team to get their way back here. They find themselves down 3-2 against Instinct, a team that's very familiar with them, as we mentioned, all weekend long. They've been landing in the Red Bull Suite, getting ready for this event. Now, Puckett, as we see these teams getting ready down here, what are your keys for success for Final Boss, who, as we mentioned, is coming in as the lower seed and having to fight back from the losers bracket final?
Well, Final Boss definitely needs to play like they did at the end of last round. Now, they really struggled with Triggers Down in the round before this, almost not advancing to the loser bracket finals, nearly being knocked out. They were down in the fourth game, and then Walshy turned it on. He went 38-28 with 20 assists with a positive 10 ratio, and then the Ogres continued that in Game 5, both going positive, 14-7 for Ogre 1 and 16-11 for Ogre 2. So these guys are hot right now. Instinct, on the other hand, they're playing the opposite. They just really cooled down after meeting up with Final Boss the first time. So Instinct needs to play the way they did the first time around.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, momentum's so important here in the MLG Pro Circuit. You lose momentum and you may never get it back. And we saw Instinct with all the momentum the last time they faced off against Final Boss. But now, after being dumped down here against Team Classic, would you say that's almost an advantage that Final Boss had to play that extra round in order to get back? They're hot. They're on a roll.
Well, I think it definitely helped. Walshy, his head's in the game now. It didn't seem to be earlier, and now it seems that Strong Side and the Ogres are on fire. If they can keep this up, Instinct's going to be in trouble, but we'll have to wait and see. Well, we're kicking this game off with team captain of Final Boss, Walshy. Keep in mind their team trails 2-3 right now. First team to 6 will advance to the championship bracket. Walshy went for the sniper rifle, but Macchio put a bullet in his mouth. We're checking out Lunchbox, who opened it up with a double kill. So in the opening play, all 4 down for Final Boss. Lunchbox already at the Final Boss base. They're going to spawn kill right here, and then they're going to go for a flag attempt. You see, here's the spawn camp already, and a nice grenade there from Ogre 2 stopped the flag. But Ogre 2's double kill actually sprung it, but Victory X is now going to grab the flag after coming off a double kill.
As you said, Puckett, they got it. Great launch, great spawn right there, great start to the game. Instinct really taking advantage, getting themselves in that base there and setting up. This is phenomenal so far for them, just to get that momentum in the early on rounds to make sure that they're hot after that bad performance against Team Classic. They need to open up well.
Well, I thought they were going to go with an early cap. They were all set up, they were in position, but Ogre 2 had a double kill there that sprung Final Boss from their base. It was a huge defensive play, and it may have saved the entire narrow CTF, because whoever can get the initial map control tends to hold it for most of the game here on narrows.
Again, as we've mentioned, Ogre 2 so clutch. Last year's MVP, the MLG Pro Circuit. When he turns it on, he's just a force to be reckoned with. Now, the player I'm looking for in this series right here to really have to step it up is going to be Strong Side. If they're going to be able to fight back and beat Instinct, I think Strong Side has to have a dominant series.
Well, Strong Side definitely had a big game in Game 5 up against Triggers Down. In my notes here, it says that he was the player having huge clutch plays that really got the fire started. Then the Ogres caught fire, and after that, it was just all downhill for Triggers Down. But props to those guys finishing fourth. They had a great performance in this tournament.
Absolutely. Triggers Down, a team to look out for. Remember, they're finishing ahead of Carbon and Straight Ribbon here at the MLG 2008 Meadowlands kickoff event.
All right, well, right now we were watching Roy. Let's switch over to his twin brother, Lunchbox, who was taken down in the middle as well. Victory and Macchio, the last 2 members alive for the Instinct, and they are trying to get to the middle, but they're just getting pulverized right now, and it looks like Walshy for Team Final Boss is going to grab the flag and bring it about a middle.
Walshy trying to be a little sneaky there. Good idea, just difficult to execute. As you know, run that flag through the middle. You're open to attack from many angles.
Well, Ogre 2, the last member alive, he is taken down, so it's back and forth action. We're switching back over to Victory X as Final Boss really seeming to struggle to maintain map control for over about 15-20 seconds at a time here, Sundance.
Absolutely. As we said, I like Instinct's play early. I like the fact they're in there. So being aggressive again, which we didn't see against. Oh, nice beat down there. Victory X sneaking up behind, using his teammate's screen to see where Walshy was. But Instinct off to an aggressive start, Puckett, and that's one of the things we talked about in that Team Classic matchup. They were sitting back. They seemed hesitant, and you just can't play that way at this level.
Well, that's a great comparison. It was the way Team Classic played to the way we saw Instinct play the first time around when they faced off against Final Boss. It seems aggression works in Halo 3. You just have to do it as a pack. Final Boss's setup team can't really handle aggression so well, although they were able to outscore Team Classic 70-50 in their LAN practice. So Final Boss tried to gear for the aggressive team, but they weren't able to do it the first time around against Instinct. If Instinct can keep the pressure on, it seems that they may have more success against Final Boss.
Well, right now, Instinct just had 3 members of Final Boss dead, with Walshy being the only one back. Everyone's respawning now, so Instinct in a good position as they make a rush on the flag. This is a great story, as we said. It's a bunch of pros from last season who've come together with a new team, and they've done really well so far this event, and so far have not backed down. Oh, strong side going down there. He had the sniper rifle. That's going to allow them to pull the flag. This is a great opening again for Instinct, just to be in this game, just to be not just trading kills, but controlling the map.
There's 3 down except for Victory X, who is running the flag, and Victory is taken down. But now we're going on a counter cap as Ogre 2 and the rest of Final Boss was in Instinct base. So here we may be seeing the first flag cap of this game. Instinct cannot let this get to their head, though. They need to shrug off this first death or this first flag capture. Just get back in the game and come back with a counter cap.
Oh! 3 down now. Walshy the only one alive for
Final Boss. And Walshy has clutched it with the killing spree there, stopping Roy. Now we got Strong Side moving in on the flag.
Mad dash.
And it's Victory X who gets there for the flag return, but he is taken down. And it's Ogre 1 pushing in. So the flags are reset, Sundance. No capture.
Wow, that was unbelievable. Final Boss could taste it. They had the flag right there. They just needed to move it a few more feet. Walshy clutched it, but then wasn't able to call it out and allow his teammates to get in their strong side, doing everything he could.
Well, the rest of his team was actually dead at that moment when Walshy clutched it. They came back on the respawn, but it was Victory X and Roy in their base that stopped that flag from occurring. I thought Ogre 1 just picked up the stick there. He's got no shield, waiting for his shield to come back before he moves in on that flag. The Final Boss, I guess right there, that was a huge play from Instinct, dodging a bullet there from Final Boss.
Absolutely. It just goes to show you that you can't give up. You've got to play that game until they've capped it. Every single one you have to try and defend until the very last moment.
Well, here's an interesting position. We're seeing Ogre 2 snipe from across the map. A nice headshot there on Roy. Strong Side was in the base. Ogre 2 trying to provide some long-range cover fire with that sniper rifle.
Let's get up top. Dan, nobody's up there with you.
You hear Strong Side saying, let's get up top, trying to call out positions for the team. Now, Strong Side stepping up in a leadership role here, Sundance?
This is what I'm talking about. I told you yesterday, I think this guy's going to be my MVP for the whole season. He may not be off to a great start at this event, but I like what I'm seeing and I like what I'm hearing.
Well, he's calling out 4 dead. Let's go. Walsh is bringing the flag, as you can see it on Ogre 2's screen. Ogre 2 looking for the respawn, but he's got to keep in mind they are all on man cannon side. That's 2 down now with the grenade drop there on Lunchbox by Ogre 2. And now the flag cap is going to be put in by Walshy.
Nice shot. One dead.
All right, Bucket, as you mentioned now, what Instinct can't let themselves do is they can't get down because they have down